Medina, the city of the Prophet, a city built on faith, unity, and brotherhood. After years of persecution, the believers were finally free. But freedom would not come without sacrifice. The Quraysh of Mecca could not accept Islam's rise. They wanted to crush it before it grew stronger. The conflict that began with words was about to turn into. The Prophet first built the foundation of the new Ummah. He united the Muhajirin, the emigrants from Mecca, and the Ansar, the helpers of Medina. He paired them as brothers, each sharing his home, his wealth, and his heart. He built Masjid an-Nabawi, the center of prayer, knowledge, and leadership, and he established a charter. Of Medina, a constitution guaranteeing justice, mutual protection, and freedom of belief. For the first time in history, different tribes and faiths lived together under one law. But in Mecca, the Quraysh were furious. Their caravans to Syria, their lifeline, now passed close to Medina. The Prophet allowed his followers to intercept those caravans, to reclaim some of what they had lost. The Quraysh prepared for battle, the Battle of Badr. In the second year after Hijrah, news came that a rich Quraysh caravan led by Abu Sufyan was returning from Syria. The Prophet gathered about 313 men poorly armed, with only 2 horses and 70 camels. The Quraysh came with 1,000 warriors, fully equipped with armor and weapons. At Badr, the 2 forces met before the battle began. The Prophet raised his hands and prayed, "O Allah, if this small group is destroyed, there will be no one left to worship you on earth." The battle began. The believers fought with courage, faith, and unity. Then Allah sent down His help. Invisible angels strengthened their ranks. Victory belonged to the Muslims. Badr became a symbol of faith over fear, a triumph written by belief, not numbers. The battle of Uhud, but the Quraysh wanted revenge. A year later, they returned with 3,000 men, marching toward Medina. The Prophet led 700 Muslims to meet them at the foot of Mount Uhud. Before the battle, he placed archers on the hill, commanding them, "Do not leave your post no matter what happens." At first, the Muslims pushed the enemy back, but when victory seemed near, some archers left their positions to collect the spoils. Khalid ibn al-Walid, still a non-Muslim at the time, seized the opening and struck from behind. Chaos erupted. Many were killed. The Prophet himself was wounded. Blood flowed from his face, and his tooth was broken. The Muslims retreated up the mountain. It was a painful day, a reminder that obedience is victory and disobedience brings loss. Yet even in defeat, their faith did not falter. They learned, grew, and became stronger. The Battle of the Trench 2 years later, 10,000 soldiers from across Arabia marched on Medina, a coalition determined to end Islam forever. The Prophet gathered his companions. Following a suggestion by Salman al-Farisi, they dug a trench around the city, a strategy never seen before. In Arabia, the Quraysh were shocked. For weeks, they laid siege to Medina, but could not cross the trench. Cold winds, fear, and division broke their resolve. Allah sent a storm that scattered them. The Muslims stood firm. Medina was safe. Islam had survived every test. When the Prophet looked upon his weary companions, he told them with confidence, "After this day, they will not come to fight you, you will go to fight them." The tide was turning. The message of Islam was spreading beyond Arabia. Hearts were changing. Enemies were becoming allies. And the dream of peace, a peace built on justice, mercy, and faith, was drawing near. From the trenches of Medina to the hearts of believers everywhere, the story of Islam was no longer one of survival. It was one of strength, purpose, and divine destiny. The battles forged a nation.